U.S. Open. Sabalenka wins second straight title, defeats Anisimova. World number 1 Aryna Sabalenka defended her U.S. Open title with a straight sets victory against Wimbledon runner-up Amanda Anisimova. Aryna Sabalenka retained her U.S. Open crown with a 6-3, 7-6-3 win over American 8 seed Amanda Anisimova in the women's final on Saturday, underlining her claim as the modern queen of the hardcourt. The Belarusian has not missed a hardcourt major final since 2022. Her latest trophy brings her Grand Slam haul to 4, as she becomes the first woman to win back-to-back U.S. Opens since Serena Williams claimed 3 consecutive titles from 2012 to 2014. The battle between two of tennis's hardest-hitting, biggest-serving women boiled down to unforced errors, as Sabalenka kept them down to 15 compared with 29 from her opponent. "I want to thank everyone who came here, who flew in to be there in my box," said Sabalenka, who fell to her knees after clinching the match with an returnable serve, and jumped up and down with her coaches in the stands in a scene of utter joy. "I'm going to reach a lot more finals, and I don't care where you are in the world, I want you in my box." Playing in only her second major final, New Jersey-born Anisimova had the partisan fans at the famed Arthur Ashe Stadium on her side, but could never hang on to the momentum. "It's been a great summer. Losing in 2 finals in a row is great, but it's also super hard," said 24-year-old Anisimova, who was left in tears yet again after the heartbreak of her 6-0 drubbing in the Wimbledon final 2 months ago. "I didn't fight hard enough for my dreams today." Sabalenka sets the tone early. Sabalenka, 27, had ice in her veins as she saved 3 break points in a nervy first game, and Anisimova handed over the early break when she sent a shot past the baseline in the second. Anisimova hit her stride when she won a 12-shot rally with a forehand winner out of Sabalenka's reach to break back in the third game. The American went up a break as her opponent hit one beyond the baseline in the fifth. The tiger-tattooed Belarusian prowled along the baseline in frustration and pounced on her chance to get the momentum back, breaking Anisimova to love in the sixth game and converting on another breakpoint from the baseline in the eighth. Sabalenka closed out the first set with an returnable serve, and sent a backhand whizzing past her opponent to convert on a breakpoint in the third game of the second set. Anisimova refused to give up as she leveled it in the sixth with a backhand winner of her own, whipping the fans into a frenzy. But the American party ended abruptly as their home hope sent the ball into the net on a breakpoint in the seventh. Anisimova stayed in it as Sabalenka helped her break back with a flub smash in the 10th game. But she buckled to the Belarusian's power in the tiebreak, where Sabalenka sprinted through to victory. On a cool September evening in New York, Arthur Ashe Stadium transformed into an arena of destiny. The roars of nearly 24,000 fans echoed against the night sky. But inside the court, the atmosphere was wrapped in a charged silence, every rally a question, every shot an answer. At the center of it all stood Aryna Sabalenka, fierce, unrelenting, a warrior who had carved her way through the draw with the conviction of a champion. Opposite her was Amanda Anisimova, the American comeback queen, who had dazzled fans with fearless shot-making and the kind of resilience that turns challenges into legends. This wasn't just a tennis final, it was a clash of styles, personalities, and destinies. The weight of defending a crown. For Sabalenka, the stakes were monumental. Winning one Grand Slam is triumph, defending it is confirmation. She had already lifted the U.S. Open trophy the previous year, and as she walked into the stadium this time, the challenge wasn't just her opponent, it was history itself. Only a handful of women in the Open era had successfully defended their U.S. Open titles. Each one had etched their name into the eternal memory of the sport. Sabalenka wanted her place among them. The Belarusian powerhouse came armed with a thunderous serve and forehand, weapons that had destroyed defenses all fortnight. But the pressure was equally immense. The ghosts of missed opportunities in the past hovered over her shoulders, whispers of self-doubt waiting for cracks to appear. Yet Sabalenka looked different, calmer, more grounded. Her fiery energy was now tempered with discipline. Anisimova's unexpected run. Across the net, Amanda Anisimova carried the heart of the underdog. Once hailed as the future of American tennis, she had been through valleys of inconsistency, injuries, and personal heartbreak. Her journey back to the big stage was not linear, it was paved with resilience. The 2025 U.S. Open became her canvas, and match after match, she painted a story of revival. Her quarterfinal win over Naomi Osaka in a 3-set thriller announced her resurgence. Her semifinal victory showcased her grit. By the time she reached the final, Anisimova wasn't just playing tennis. She was carrying the hopes of a home crowd hungry for an American champion. A final for the ages. From the very first rally, it was clear this would not be a one-sided affair. Sabalenka opened with authority, blasting aces and heavy forehands, establishing her presence. But Anisimova countered with fearless shot-making, taking the ball early, redirecting pace, and daring to challenge the defending champion. The first set was a tug-of-war. Sabalenka, using her power to dictate, forced Anisimova deep behind the baseline. But the American's backhand down the line, smooth, effortless, was a dagger that kept slicing through Sabalenka's defense. At 5-5, tension peaked. Every point felt like a swing of fate. Ultimately, Sabalenka's serve carried her through, and she edged the set 7-5, raising her fist with a roar that shook the stadium. The second set, however, belonged to Anisimova. Feeding off the crowd, she played with freedom, dictating rallies and mixing in drop shots that caught Sabalenka off guard. At 4-2, the chants of USA, USA, reverberated around Ash, lifting her energy higher. She sealed the set 6-3 with an ace, her smile breaking through the tension as if to say, I belong here. Everything came down to the deciding set. Champions' composure. This is where champions are made, not in the easy wins, but in the crucible of pressure. Sabalenka knew it. Her eyes carried the intensity of someone unwilling to surrender her throne. Anisimova, meanwhile, was playing with house money. She had already exceeded expectations, but the fire in her eyes revealed she wanted more. The rallies grew longer, more physical. Each shot landed like a hammer. Each grunt echoed with determination. At 2-2, a 22-shot rally ended with Sabalenka unleashing a forehand winner that seemed to rip through the air. She pumped her fist, screaming into the night. That moment shifted momentum. From there, Sabalenka elevated. Her serve became unbreakable, her forehand relentless. Anisimova fought valiantly, saving break points with fearless returns, but the weight of Sabalenka's power pressed harder and harder. Finally, at 5-3, Sabalenka stepped to the line to serve for the championship. The first point, an ace. The second, a blistering forehand winner. The third, a rally ending with Anisimova's shot sailing long. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.